So one of the questions that comes up a lot in the Urban Bella tribe is, how do I get that more polished wash and go style? And then how do I get it to last? So the short question is, how do I get more curl definition? And then how do I get that to last 2 or 3 weeks? So one of our biggest goals here at Urban Bella is to make sure you are getting a wash and go style that lasts at least 2 weeks and it looks good. So I'm going to dive in today to the 3 things that really are keeping you from getting that look you want and getting it to last as long as you would like for it to last. We're going to jump right in with hydration and moisture. So hydration and moisture are very key, and they really are the foundation to beautiful natural hair. I know a lot of times when people think about getting their hairstyle, their natural hairstyle to look a certain way, their mind immediately goes to styling gels and styling creams. And I understand why. We all start there in our natural hair journey. But it really, the ceiling on curl definition and the ceiling on how long styles last are set by your hydration and moisturizing routine, which happens actually in cleansing and conditioning. Now, in a separate video, I'll dive into explaining how to set up the proper hydration and moisture routine that Urban Bella has created for you. But for today, just make sure you understand that when your hair is not properly hydrated and moisturized, you are going to get more puffing. You are going to get more frizz. You're going to get styles that don't last quite as long because the hair shaft is more dehydrated. Dehydrated hair looks a lot more frizzy and puffy and disheveled, if you will. So not quite as polished and professional. So that's going to be the first thing you're going to want to address. The second thing we need to take a look at is the quality of your products and what kind of ingredients are going into your products. It's natural to think, or want to think, that all products are created equal. They are not. Trust me on that one. I don't care what it is, skincare, hair care, bath and body care, dish soap. They're not all created equal. There are many things that we as formulators and product makers can add, and we have a lot of control over how much of the good stuff goes into your product. We do. So when you are trying to get natural hairstyles that last a long time, I can tell you, let's just take one ingredient on its own. Let's just take water. When you're talking about your hair gels and you have hair products, hair gels, hair styling products, creams, gels, whatever, and they have more water in them than, say, a product that's, maybe a little more expensive, but is a little thicker. Right there, you've got a difference in something as simple as how long your style will last. One thing we do take a look at quite often is, gels on the market, and just, going into the store, just kind of seeing how thin they are, how watery they are. And just a company taking the time to say, hey, you know what, we're going to be 80% water, 90% water on this styling gel means that you've got less of the stuff in your gel that holds, that causes it to last quite as long. Then let's dive into something a little more, let's go to another level. Let's go to conditioner. So we love conditioner, as we all do in the natural hair community. But particularly oils. Oils are not all equal. They have different benefits and properties and things that really help your hair. They're going to help it be more moisturized, or in our case, one of the ones, our favorite is Babassu oil. Babassu oil is wonderful for actually helping your hairstyle to look more polished. Actually, it is more polished. Your hair strands aren't swelling as much. So when you're done doing your hair at home, it has a very professional finish, look, and feel to it, strictly because of the amount of Babassu oil we put in. So we go very high with it. But then that particular ingredient is allowing your hairstyle that you may have done on Saturday, and the following Saturday it still looks amazing. Babassu is kind of like Mother Nature's silicone oil to us, and it's an oil. It's wonderful. So it's moisturizing at the same time, but that simple difference makes a world of difference for you when you're talking about getting your style to last longer. So the point here is to make sure you are actually choosing high quality ingredients. I mean, Well, you don't really pick the ingredients, but you pick high quality products that use high quality ingredients and use a lot of it. So keep that in mind too. That's the second thing I'd say is one of the biggest takeaways that I see people making a mistake on most of the time when I'm doing a live and somebody pops on and they say, my style doesn't look good. It only lasts a few days. I immediately know they're not using Urban Bella product. And so my question is, well, what are you using? What are you using? How are you using it? Obviously matters too. But what are you using? Because some things are designed to only hold your style for a few days or just give just enough moisture for you to come back and reapply. So product quality is going to make or break everything. So keep that in mind as you're trying to figure out, like, how do I get that wash and go look that I'm seeing? And, this person's not having to readdress their look or readdress their style. Keep that part in mind. The third thing we're going to look at is your technique. There are 3 parts to technique, so let's dive into that. All right, so technique is big. Technique is game changer and probably the hardest thing for us to teach. And we've spent a significant amount of time teaching technique, which is ironic. I have gone over technique in many workshops, both live and virtual, but the best time, meaning the best results I've ever seen from any of my workshops I've done was my most recent masterclass. And I'm going to give you the 3 biggest takeaways from that masterclass. Great session. And just to give you a feel for the environment, it was a one-on-one direct camera to camera technique class where we watched, myself and one of the stylists who supports Urban Bella, we watched a group of women in our masterclass do their technique at home, their product, their bathroom, their things, and their technique. And then we demonstrated the technique, watched their technique, and corrected it. And it was amazing how we were able to actually explain, hey, these are the 3 things you're missing. Let's walk through them and improve them. And the results were unbelievable. I'll tell you what the results were. First thing we did is we said, hey, we notice you're not applying enough product. That's the first thing we noticed. And that's one thing we just noticed with most people. Most people just struggle to understand how much product we're actually using. And in our techniques and classes, workshops, everything, we try to show you how much we're actually putting in, how many pumps, how small of a section we work with. And most people just aren't putting enough on. The second thing that we noticed is that a lot of people are not putting the product on from the root to the end. So people are applying it and they're thinking, I'm getting it on. I got it all the way through. No, you're missing the first 2 inches of your hair. Getting it all the way on, root to tip, and smoothing it is an unbelievable difference. Because here's what happens. If you don't have product on your roots, then when your hair dries, the roots are going to be puffy. It's going to puff, and then you'll have nice ends, but then it's still very rounded and froey. You don't have that elongation. You don't have that full definition from root to end. And without that, your style begins to regress back to just its natural state very quickly. So instead of feeling like you can last a week or 2, usually around day 4 or 5, you're thinking, I'm ready to do it over because the roots are too puffy. So that's the second thing. And the last thing is the actual amount of tension being applied to the hair shaft. So, and we actually explain this in the master class, and we go through and we explain it and watch everyone do it. But making sure you've got enough tension and not pulling your hair out tension, just enough smoothing tension to get the hair smooth from the root to the end. Now, when I say smooth, I mean that's within context. We're talking textured, natural, Afro-textured hair. So getting that smoothing and molding and tension technique down was game changer for everybody in the master class. And what we saw were people who weren't even wearing wash and goes. And then some people who were wearing them, it go from hair kind of shooting out and sticking out with nice curl definition to elongated bobs and nice, well-structured hairstyles that were really lasting. I was so proud to see in our Urban Bella Beauty group, it's a private group we have, I was so proud to see the progress. the styles that really had elongation and definition and wash and goes that were lasting 10 days. And if you are not a member of our beauty group on Facebook and you want to see results, I highly recommend you join. I will actually put a link in the group here for you. I'm sorry, in the description here for you, so that you can actually see our tribe members and how well they're doing. So I'm going to put a few things here for you. Number one, please like this video. I would greatly appreciate that, because while Urban Bella has been around for a long time, our brand is 19 years old. Literally, this month it's 19. We are small here on YouTube, and we have not done a lot of content here, but we have a whole library of videos to share with you. I'd love for you to join me on that journey. Please comment. I want to know how long your wash and go styles or your twist styles are lasting. What's the result you're getting? And be sure to click the link in our description and take our quiz. Our quiz is going to give you a good idea, based on your current routine, where you are. And so far we're correct. The quiz is going to say, hey, based on what you're telling me about you, your hair characteristics, your routine, your wash and go styles lasting anywhere from a few days to a week to more than 2 weeks. And if you are anything less than 2 weeks, we're going to have a lot more content here for you to help you go from a few days to that 2-week style that lasts a long time and looks wonderful. So we've got more to come. I'd love for you to join us on this journey as we begin to publish more here. So go ahead and click like again. Click like, please like our this video, or click the not like and tell us why you didn't like it. And please subscribe. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert bell so that whenever we post new content here, you'll be able to get that. I do go live every Thursday on here on YouTube, and I come out here live in the community so that it gives you the opportunity to also interact with me directly, or as directly as we can on live. But it's a great way, it's a great opportunity to be a part of the Urban Bella community, ask questions, watch this content, and then follow up with me. So I really am looking forward to this journey here and putting more content out. And again, I look forward to hearing from you. So check the description for some links that are going to be helpful to you. And please tell me more about you and how long your wash and go style, or your whatever style you're wearing, how long it's lasting, so we can get you to that Urban Bella place where it's 2 to 3 weeks and it's easy, very easy. So thank you for watching this video.